Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip visit the ancient kingdom of Fife, coal rich for over 7 centuries. It's the first time the Queen has ever gone down into a mine.
It's something that people really look forward to. Everybody wants an average of 150 people. And if you do the sums, that means that the Queen has personally met something like 4 million people during the course of her adult life.
Here, the Princess, wearing a white overall and carrying a helmet, was escorted to the lift shop of a coal mine. Accompanied by National Coal Board officials, the Princess entered the cage. At this pit, the coal face is over 1,600 feet underground, and the descent was made at about 40 miles an hour. Donning her white helmet, Her Royal Highness watched the miners at work. Princess carried a 4-inch black diamond that she'd cut herself and received a silver miner's lamp. Souvenirs of her visit to the court of King Coal.
Hundreds of San Francisco's royally curious line Post Street for the couple's unprecedented visit here. They were, however, preceded by theatrical royalty. Carol Channing.
Reports from leaving their privacy. But on the 1st of May 1964, the couple had their second child, a daughter, Sarah Frances Elizabeth, about where things were going. Petty and quite inane quarrels occurred. The newspapers picked up a scent of scandal. And once they collated all the clues, it seemed the couple sought a separation.
But he had no fine title or lands. He was a photographer.
Margaret was really enjoying the fruits of some of the major social changes starting to...
Theirs was a marriage in crisis, almost from the time they returned from the honeymoon. Tony would like to have friends in for drinks, he'd like to go to bed reasonably early. Margaret...
But the Queen had none of it. Tony had rejected...
By far the richest woman in Britain, the Queen, seen here at the Windsor horse trials, when it comes to spending money on herself, she's not an extravagant woman. During a recent outing at the Windsor horse trials, she expressed her displeasure with photographers blocking her view.
Away at her. She took an overdose of sleeping tablets, and although she recovered, her distressing lifestyle continued. For Margaret, this new affair brought changes. She slimmed down and found a fresh zest for life. And
I think they were both very sound people.
Life in the country. Margaret, on the other hand, was emotional and passionate. She fell in love with
enjoyable and very loving child lives because there was this incredibly strong loving bond between Princess Margaret and Princess Elizabeth, that there was always that support there throughout their lives. You know, they were as different as chalk and cheese. Princess Elizabeth, very uncomplicated, very straightforward. Princess Margaret
Reigned as king.
did not get the same further education that Princess Elizabeth got, and she said it was always a bone of contention.